Hello and welcome back. I thought I'd share a quick recipe today on my version of a Caprese sandwich. Herb-infused mozzarella, herb-infused tomatoes, my own pesto sauce, and it's quick, simple, and easy. And most of the ingredients I've already prepared, so all we have to do is more or less mix it together and let it sit and infuse. However, if you want to do it right away, eat it right away, go for it. Who's gonna stop you? So I'm gonna have my bowl. We're gonna take some fresh mozzarella, and for the time of making things quick, this stuff is already pre-sliced. So all we have to do is take it and peel it apart. And this will make sure that if you have a lot of guests over, it will all be the more or less same thickness of a slice. I'll get that all in there. About a pound would be good. Whether you make mozzarella from yourself or if you go out to the store and buy it, it is all good. So we're going to throw that in there. Now to this we're going to throw in about 3 tablespoons, more or less, depending on how you like, of oregano. So we'll just sprinkle that in. I have here 2 garlic cloves. And we'll just bow. And we'll just bow. And we'll do real quick. Doesn't need to be anything spectacular, just give it a little mince. And then into the bowl. I'll toss that all in. Okay. And then we will take some lemon zest. Now when you do lemon zest, you just want to do a little. You don't want to get that white pith because it's very sour. It's very unpleasant taste. So just go around it. You see it starts to get there. Move around. Get the rest of that. And then we're going to take our knife. Let's cut it in half. I'm getting old, so now I gotta get a squeezer. And we'll do anywhere from a tablespoon to about 2 tablespoons. Depends on how lemony you like your stuff to taste. There we go. In. Save that for later. And then now it's time for the olive oil. We're going to do roughly, eyeball it, a cup of extra virgin olive oil. You can do more or less. I'm gonna grab myself a spoon, and I just wanna mix this up a little bit. Doesn't need to be anything grand or great, but enough to get mixed in. Now, if you do let this marinate in the fridge and let those flavors infuse, be aware that if it's in there for more than a day, that olive oil in the cold fridge is going to congeal. All you got to do is warm it back up. So that is our mozzarella. Next, it's the simple tomatoes. So you can use anywhere from 2, 4, 8, however many tomatoes you want to use. Since it's just me and my wife, I'm going to be using 2. I'll usually give her more than me. I might end up cutting a 3rd one. You can always toss another one in. So I'm just going to do some slices here. Thickness is based on your preference. If you want it super thick, you can do super thick. If you want super thin, you can do super thin. Now, if you're pressing down on the tomato and you see it squishing, this is a chef's knife. If you have issues, switch over to a serrated breaded knife. It works wonders. I'm using vine ripened tomatoes. Is that, get my bowl real quick. I'm just going to place these in the bowl. Careful, the centers will pop out, so just be slightly gentle with them. And then my last tomato. And there we go. And I'll put this one in. Knife. Boom, boom, boom. Make sure they're spread out. And then into this, excuse me, we're going to add in a lemon. Sounds a little bit in need of help, but that's okay. In we go. So this one I'm probably only going to use one lemon. Clean up our workstation, that hasn't changed. And then we're going to add in a teaspoon of both dried basil and dried oregano. So we're just going to take that, pop that in, pop that in. You can also, if you really want to, I sometimes add it in, sometimes I don't. Maybe I'll add in more somewhere else, but is garlic. You can add in about 1 or 2 garlics. If you like it more garlicky, go for it. More the merrier. I added in my lemon. We're just going to add in a little bit of salt. And then I want to add in a little bit of pepper. Now, if you're a stickler for measurements, it's about a half a teaspoon of black pepper and a teaspoon of salt, give or take. And then olive oil, just get that in. Just want to coat the tomatoes. Here's my spoon. Now when you toss the tomatoes, you want to be careful. Remember the centers are cut, so you might lose some centers. So just gently toss them together. Get everything from the bottom up to the top, spread them out. Be slightly gentle. Now, when I put this in the fridge to let them infuse, if I do an hour, the 30-minute mark, you want to go in there and mix it all up again. So that looks fairly good. When it gets time to make the sandwich, what I'm going to actually do is take some of this juice and actually pour it on top of the tomatoes. Tomatoes are done. Now all that's left is the pesto. Okay, I have my food processor out, and into the bowl I'm going to toss a 1/4 cup of pine nuts. I'm going to do about a 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, grated. It doesn't have to be grated, but grated is always the easiest to incorporate. Roughly, I add, depending upon my mood, add in yours, but a cup. If you want to go 1.5 cups, go for it. Eyeball it, it's what you prefer. So we'll add in our basil. And then try to keep my station clean. And then I'm going to also add in a cup of spinach. So add that in. Lemon. First, we're going to do some lemon zest. And then I will add in the whole lemon. Oh, let me make sure I add that in. Put that lemon juice in. Toss. The lemon juice in. Toss. And now it's going to get loud for a second, so I'm going to explain to you what I'm going to do before I turn it on and blow your eardrums out. You're going to use your extra virgin olive oil, and as this is processing, you're going to slowly pour in about 1/4 cup. You'll know when you have pesto and how well everything has incorporated and infused. So I like to, before I even put in the olive oil, I want this to run for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then I will start pouring in the olive oil. So we'll just pulse it. Remove the top, and we will pour in our 1/4 cup of olive oil. Scrape down the sides. Make sure it all gets taken in. I can go for another second, really get everything off the sides. My wife is smiling off camera. She loves my pesto. It's okay, honey. And then we'll do some low. Oh, and that looks so much better. And then that is what the pesto will look like. She's happy. So for right now, I'm going to get this into another bowl. I'll probably just put it into this. I'm going to let my mozzarella and my tomatoes just marinate for about 30 minutes. Let everything really infuse, get incorporated and sit. And then we're going to come back and we're going to finish the sandwich and show you how I assemble it and give you some extra tips or extra ideas if you want to use it. So I will see you in like 3, 2, 1. And we are back. I am back. I'm here to make the sandwich. I have everything I need here. I have my sourdough bread slices on the stove right now, toasting them up. Want to make sure they get all nice and toasted. I just put a little dash of olive oil into the cast iron pan, let it heat up, and then I have my bread going and let it start getting nice golden, which it currently is. Almost done on those 2 slices and on that. So while those are finishing up, I'm going to tell you, besides those 3 ingredients that we prepared, what else you'll need. So you're going to need basil, fresh cut basil, and balsamic vinegar. Simple sandwich, simple and quick. And that's almost done. That's a nice golden brown color. That one looks okay. We'll move this one over, that one over, and this one is also done. So we will get these started. So for this, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a nice little scoop of the pesto. And I know for my wife, She'll want extra pesto. Get that spread out. Okay. Then what we're going to do is take those off. Get that off. So all of our bread slices are done. So next what we're going to do is take our mozzarella and we'll put on a few slices like that. We will take our fresh basil and we'll just line it. Get what basil you can from the store. If you grow it, even better. And then we'll place that down. Take our balsamic vinegar and we will give it a nice little dash. How much you add is completely up to you. And then we will add on our tomato. Pick the good ones for my wife. She doesn't like the thick ones. We'll put that on. And then on our last slice, we just put another little dollop of the pesto. Put that on. There. And there we go. Simple, easy, and super quick. If you don't want to let them infuse and marinate in the refrigerator, you can make the sandwich just right then and there, or let it sit and wait. It's a super quick, super simple, super easy, and super delicious recipe. My wife is currently nodding her head. She's quite stoked. She wants me to wrap up the video. So with that being said, do not forget to subscribe, like, hit that subscribe bell. If you enjoyed the sandwich, please leave a comment. If you want to see another type of sandwich, leave a comment. Let me know. I'm interested to see what you think of this sandwich. And with that being said, I wanted this to be a really quick video. So see you later. Bye-bye.